So with 3 kids and getting ready for school and everything like that, Susan and I don't really have much time to stream much television. So during the break, we caught up on Landman and watched the latest episode of Landman on Paramount Plus, which you can see right here on Roku last night. And I say this in all earnestness. Jerry Jones appeared on this program last night, folks. And for those who don't watch Landman, you should.
Definitely should.
John Hamm was here in support of it in recent days. He's in this scene, and Billy Bob Thornton's in this scene, and Jerry Jones went on a soliloquy that was so moving. I said to Susie in the middle of it, I'll just say it here, I'm sorry. I said, holy shit.
Yeah.
And Susie said, I know. Like,
well, you could tell it was a real story. That's Jerry's real personal story of how he came to get the money to buy the Cowboys.
He was not acting.
Yeah.
And he, John Hamm, again, he's his character is in a hospital bed, and he's basically telling John Hamm's character, you got to slow down and you got to hang out with you got to, I formed my business so I could be with my kids while I was still a businessman. And he basically told him, like, this is what's important to you. And Demi Moore plays John Hamm's wife, and at one point, Billy Bob's character comes in and he says, is Monty, who's John Hamm's character, is he in there? And she goes, yeah, he's in there with Jerry, who's probably giving him, like a speech to tell him to slow down. And I had no idea that Jerry was Jerry Jones, because again, this takes place in the state of Texas. Jerry Jones, honestly,
was incredible.
Paramount Plus and Landman should, because there is an Emmy Award for guest appearances and cameos.
Yeah.
Take your shot, man.
Yeah.
He was
awesome.
good. At one point, like, he got a hitch in his voice and he started tearing up.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's when I said, holy shit.
I know.
Yeah, it was, because Brockman, you made a point earlier in the day. You're
For
like,
real?
you told me to text you. You're like, text me when you know.
I didn't want to spoil it and you hadn't watched it yet.
So
but
I didn't, but when he popped up, I was like, oh, that's what you're talking about. And I watched it. Then I had to rewind it and watch it again.
It was amazing.
He was so good.
So good.
He was so good.
I got to get the backstory on it, because I'm hearing that was all ad-libbed. That there was not really, like...
And by the way, it's like 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's
probably like a 3-page.
And John Hamm's in front of him.
Yeah.
And these are two,
Heavyweights.
Yeah. And Jerry's holding his own.
Yeah.
Jerry owned it. He dominated that scene.
He was fantastic. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.